Alright, welcome guys to our next lesson. And again, this one's only in video format. Unfortunately, I won't have the time to hold the lesson at the usual appointment this week either. So yeah, here we are. And now we're gonna talk about UX and also screen resolutions. We got the recording going just fine. So these are the topics we'll be talking about, and we're gonna start with the VB code labels, as I've wrote them up here. But if I actually go into Godot, so we have a separate label type, but it's called rich text label, and this allows for VB code formatting, as you can see here, that we can actually enable this, and with this we are able to use plenty of effects. So for example, if I just type this is my label text and I kind of extend its boundaries, we can, for example, modify the color of the text inside the overall text. So if I say color equals red, and we need these square brackets to kind of express this as a style modification. So now the rest of the label is going to be red. And to like kind of close this statement, we need to write this at the end of the statement we wish to, basically complete. And we just say square brackets slash and color. So color is our main keyword here, and then we just set it to be red. We just assign this value. And if I open the documentation for this, yeah, we have all these online tutorials as well, and you can just see all the text here. There are just a whole lot that we cannot go through, So if you want to, you can just look up this page, and you should be fine messing around with this. And there are also effects that we can achieve with this, I believe, and they were also shown on the documentation side as well. But we can, for example, make this little wavy effect, and we can also create our own what do we call it? Our own kind of styles or effects. Yeah, we have this custom effect array, and we can just create these. This will kind of require us to create separate scripts and just code the functionality. But again, with that you can just look this up. I'm pretty sure this page also talks about that at some point. Yeah, here are our little effects, and yeah, here are the custom VB code tags and text effects. Alright. The next thing we have is animation player and animation tree. I think we have talked about animation player at some point, yeah. And basically, I just wanna show you. So we have animation player, right? We created these kind of animations to like make the sprite do some particular things, and we can also add things like method calls. So we can also pick a node here. So if I say that we want the sprite 2D, we can also insert function calls, and then now we'll be able to like call any function that the node in question has. And yeah, you can also use that to emit signals actually, and there are just some other stuff here, but these aren't quite like used. Maybe audio playback is something that is good, but as you can see, it can only be used with audio type nodes. And an animation tree node basically this connects like a bunch of animations. So if you're creating a player controller, for example, you would want transitions between two nodes, and we still need an animation player for this. We need to like assign it there, and also set the tree root. There we go. So the tree root. So the tree root basically it is like the layout of our kind of state machine for animations. You know, here we can just add our little animations and like work around the transitions, kind of hook them together. We can, you know, connect these nodes, and then here we can specify kind of what happens, how the switch happens, and then some conditions can also be expressed. There's just a bunch of things, but these are usually needed when you're creating something like a pretty smooth and fluent player controller or something, where you know you have many animation transitions and you want to tie them to conditions. So yeah, this node is also really useful. And so the thing about games is that you may or may not be experiencing the scenario where you have a player from a standard resolution monitor and like another player from a laptop which has a lower or different scale resolution, right? So for that you would need to somehow handle how your window is displayed. And yeah, I want to launch this because now if you can, as you can see, if I maximize the window of this if I maximize this window, then our content kind of just goes to the top left corner without actually scaling the contents. And so to handle that, you can go into project settings, and in a display under window, you can set the stretch mode. And we could make it canvas items because both 2D and control nodes are canvas items. And you also can set the aspect, which really matters because now if I launch this, oh, not that, well, it doesn't really matter. If I launch this, you're gonna see that we have these two black kind of boundaries, and that is because our default aspect ratio, you know, it has to be maintained, so that it just gives this aspect ratio on the like inside the game window. And if I set the aspect to ignore, then it will just be whatever we make it. You can see now we're stretching the objects, and that's like unintended usually. So this is usually the way the stretching is set up, and you basically don't need to do anything else because yeah, Godot just handles this whole stretching thing pretty well. And to detect if because we have screen entrance detection, to detect when something like leaves or enters the screen, and you know this area that you're seeing, we have nodes, or, well, actually one node, which is called visible on screen notifier. And if I, oh wait, not that, but okay, let's just go back here. If we go here, we also have visible on screen enabler, and basically, as you can see, the difference is that the enabler is saying that it automatically disables another node if not visible on screen, while the notifier only just detects when the node exits or enters, I think. Yeah, screen enters, screen exited. And you can see the different, well, the different signal, the signals are the same. There's no difference, but the logic kind of differs. So here we can specify which node we will, enable or disable. We can just go ahead and assign the particular node that you want to detect. So if you had a character, right, I could assign that, and this would be good to detect when it goes off screen. So yeah, these are basically the contents we've had for this lesson, and this is actually not quite a lot, but I think we have a bunch more coming the next time. Yeah, we're gonna have just a lot of things to go through next week. So yeah, this is mainly stuff that you can look into on your own, because there are just so many things we can mess with that it's impossible to show them all. So hopefully this is a good foundation, and thank you so much for checking this out. Stay safe and see you next week. Goodbye.